No i dobra, jesteśmy sobie Jesteśmy w Bizancjum teraz, więc będziemy się kierować i poznawać tę, nie wiem, krainę, zwał jak zwał. Zobaczmy, co tu jest.
It's not gonna fix itself.
Don't we have repair drones for that kind of thing?
Dobra, oni się tu sami naprawiają. Cześć, Drago.
So what if those MSI suits needed on Monarch this whole time? I could do it. Easy.
Zablokowane. Okej, czyli jedziemy windą.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like clockwork.
Don't you ever want a little
Cześć, Barlach.
Pronouns antibiotics. Take comfort in knowing that anything antibiotics cannot stop will probably kill you quickly.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous? Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I mean? Tell you what, you're gonna like it a whole lot more once we start talking bits. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation? Fresh, natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid. I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star, and I think you got the chops.
No job is too great, too grueling, or too gruesome for a Sam.
That's a unique model there. Might want to lease him for a Macbeth production, if it ever gets greenlit. So what do you say? You ready for the chance
Co
of
to
a
ma być?
lifetime? Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
Dzień dobra. Już mam pierwsze zadanie. Jakiś casting. A ledwo wlazłem, nie? I już mi się to podoba. Cześć, Werusiu. Ponownie.
Try According
to local legend, if you walk around the orrery 3 times, your corporate rival will die in a fuel cut.
Unit recharging. All cleaning jobs have been completed.
pockets can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds. Forced pockets.
The dissidents actually took over the refinery. I can't believe it.
UDL security attendant is on.
And then Chairman shot a space.
Raczej nie. Nic nie mogę tu ruszyć, bo mnie zauważą. No to już to Bizancjum, nie? To takie fąforąfą. Trochę mi to kursant przypomina z Gwiezdnych Wojen, nie wiem czemu.
Are you Mr. Shakal?
Tak, ja jestem Shahal. Kocham Bolanda.
Rad, dziękuję za followa.
You with the hips, over here. Let me take a closer. Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it. Ah, Celeste, you've done it again. I knew from the moment I laid eyes on you that I'd found my muse. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs. Darling, you and that brutish swagger of yours have been on my mind the moment you stepped into my studio. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me? Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors, but I require samples. Also, I expect you to model for me. Oh, you cad! You'll be the talk of Byzantium once I'm done with you. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear, helmet included. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers, none of that garbage spacer's choice pedals. You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. You're going to absolutely murder this job. I expect you'll cut an exquisite fit. I've heard rumors of these iconoclasts, half-mad zealots.
Czy będę musiał znowu tam latać?
You'll have to find your own way. I
Dobrze.
can't help you. Even if I could, I prefer not to interfere with your creative process. Fabulous! I can't wait to see what you dredge up. Well, for the good law's sake, darling, how can you expect me to dress her properly? Fetch her here so I can take her measurements and judge her aesthetic.
Czyli muszę tu przyciągnąć jeszcze prywatnie, super.
Unless you bring her in. If I were an For you, anything. Outside Byzantium? Of course not. There's nothing for me outside Byzantium. Yes, and I'm terribly grateful you've agreed. Look, darling, I don't belong outside Byzantium any more than a fish belongs on the land. Anyway, I'm quite certain Byzantium wouldn't last 3 days without me. I'd return to a smoking ruin of hideous fabrics and mismatched colors. Byzantium has lost its élan vital. Everything about this city is so dreadfully stale. I want to make people uncomfortable the way you do. You're an outsider. You clearly don't belong in Byzantium, and yet you strut about, doing as you please. I'm not some common buttonmonger, darling. I'm an artist. It's my job to make you uncomfortable. You're very welcome.
No dobra, no to w tej sytuacji muszę przejść tutaj z moją z Parvati. Ikonoklasta, maruder i kosmolud. Super. Tam raczej nic nie zdejmę. Okej. A ten casting? Dobra, najpierw zmienimy robota, weźmiemy tą naszą panią mechanik. Ale jak ja mogę wziąć teraz ikonoplast, jak ja pozabijałem ich wszystkich?
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Idziemy tak.
I can't. What can I do? Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word. Such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear.
I am no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense. You're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There. Love. That's the ultimate luxury, darling. Love. Oh, gracious me.
I don't get why that's funny, ma'am.
Oh, my cherub. Who woos for love anymore? That's so precious. All right, Captain. Here is the absolute best I can do for you. Darling, do I look like an amateur? I read her measurements by eye. And don't you ask, because they're no one's business but her own. There are some things I simply cannot skimp on, darling. Such a lovely young lady deserves the best. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour. And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking on it.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your date sees that as clearly as I.
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time, I just have to actually do it now. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope. I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful for all you done.
Dobra. To teraz... Jak to rodzice Eli są nie tutaj? What? To może później. To idziemy teraz kamera akcja. Zajdziemy, zobaczymy o co chodziło z tym castingiem. Ogrodnik. Siema, Lisek.
Are you Mr. Shakal?
Tak, ja jestem Shahal. Kocham Bolanda.
Out with it, you wretched contraption!
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history.
All right, how does this sound?
After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets,
Z nikim się nie założyłem. Bez przestandarek jak zwykle troluję.
For all auditions, please use the elevator on the left.
Co za casting?
We're not gonna do this, are we? Promise me.
My cousin's pictures. That business makes piracy.
Great! You made it! Listen, I know you're expecting a script, but you're the real deal. Just go in there and do what feels natural. We gave the other actors real weapons to keep things authentic. And because Josh is paying to see their logo on the big screen. See, I knew you'd get it. Now go in there, find your mark, and show us what you got.
Well. Here to stop us at last, Captain Steele? You're too late. All of this settlement CNP Hungry Time food pills, same nutritional value, but now with added filler, are ours. With their patented stomach stuffing effects and baseline vitamin content, we will be nigh unstoppable. They are? What an unexpected twist. You may have fooled me for now, but not for long.
Can I shoot someone? Wait, are we the good guys or the bad guys? Doesn't matter. I want to shoot someone.
Do you remember the last time we faced each other? The Battle of Axejack, staring one another down across the void of space while flaming debris fell like rain around us. I see you haven't changed a bit, Steel. I had you surrounded and outgunned, but you overcame my superior numbers with tactical thinking and a Hammersmith limited edition grenade launcher. I've been waiting for 5 years now, and at last my day for vengeance has come. I just got chills. But still, you'll not stop me now. I have this whole port wired with sub-micro energon transistors. Once we're away, I'll activate the gamma particulate field, and the quantaponic chain reaction will turn this whole place into vaporized plasma. Speechless, I see. It is a flawless plan. I hope you've paid your burial fees and signed your personal death and dismemberment waivers, because this is the end for you. Line. Never mind, I think that's scene. To the break room, everyone. I need my Moab fizzy tea.
Cut! That was fantastic. With actors like you, who needs writers? Let's take 5.
There's my star. Walk and talk with me.
Zaraz se pogadamy. Cześć, Kamsuser. Dzisiaj to już jest któryś stream, więc już trzeci chyba. Trzecie moje podejście dzisiejszego dnia do tego tytułu. To nazywa skrzynkami. Potrzebujemy 2 razy więcej. Mają być brudne. Im brudniejsze, tym lepiej. To ma być prawdziwa przygoda w kosmosie. A w prawdziwych przygodach w kosmosie muszą być skrzynie. Następnym razem, gdy przyjdę na plan, oczekuję w chuj dużo skrzyń, inaczej wylecisz na zbity pysk. Zrozumiano, kurwa? Maverick Johnson.
That was brilliant stuff. Do you write your own material? Amazing. Just firm up that jawline, and you'll be a triple threat. I'm gonna have to fire the writing staff. What do those anemic fuckwits know about dialogue, anyway? I'm thinking a whole new script. More pirates, bigger explosions, you flicking a Stogie Slim into a barrel of gasoline. Marketing says that kind of action sells tickets. Here, this is for your work today. I'll be in touch once we get that script.
No dobra. Zadanko było nawet śmieszne. Dobra, jesteśmy z powrotem w Bizancjum. I teraz tak.
Aftertaste the rainbow.
Teraz idziemy do tej doktor.
Miss Ellie, Doctor, can't help. I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment.
Dzielnica posiadłości.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here even.
Everything's got a price. Sure, they look fancy, but inside, they're just muck. There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial grade cleaning solvent and desperation.
Are you Mr. Szakal?
Tak, ja jestem Szakal.
Nie wiem dokładnie, Lisek. Jak mi się filmy z WOTA skończą pewnie. Dziękuję za followa. Bo będę wtedy wrzucał na zmianę zapis streamów z tej gry i Red Dead Redemption. Chyba że wcześniej zacznę wrzucać streamy z Gwiezdnych Wojen i dopiero potem to. Więc to się jeszcze okaże. Nie, będą. Ja będę wrzucał zapisy streamów tak jak były, więc jak były po 4,5 godziny, to takie będą. Kto będzie chciał, to sobie obejrzy. Splądrowana. Kto wie, co mogło się stać z komorami suspensyjnymi moim zespołem. No ja tam byłem. Moi opiekuni z rady jak zwykle są bezużyteczni, dopóki nie zapewnią im rozwiązania, które mogą powielić, opakować i rozprowadzić wśród populacji. Oczekują od nich takich. Dobra. Nie mam żadnych wiadomości z laboratorium z Kaskady. Pozostaje mi nadzieja, że na HSB 1000 odzyskiwacz, a nie sabotażysta. Warunki w pierwszym i drugim laboratorium były dalekie od idealnych. Niestabilność polityczna odebrała nam Kaskadię, a połączenie klaustrofobii i paranoi przegoniło nas z HSB 1084. Być może mój dom w nieugiętym Bizancjum zapewni mi schronienie, którego potrzebuję, chociaż brakuje mi towarzystwa innych naukowców. Wiem, że ledwo co zasługiwałem na tych, których tak lubiłam. Tych, których straciłam, teraz pracuję dalej w izolacji i samotności. Gdy tylko nasz gatunek uzyskał samoświadomość, zaczęliśmy dominować nad innymi światami, z którymi mieliśmy kontakt. Kolonializm był skuteczny do czasu. Niestety nasza najstarsza metoda nie zadziałała w Arkadii, prawda? Tym razem to my musimy się ugiąć pod siłą, która nas przerasta. To my musimy się dostosować. Wino skłania mnie do przemyśleń, może powinnam to wyciszyć łódką. To jednak jest kosmitką? Wejście odblokowane. Cześć Maciejowi. No ja na razie nie gram w WOTA. Nie no, nie będę tego ciął, tylko będą po prostu zapisy poszczególnych streamów i tyle. Kto będzie chciał, obejrzy. Kto nie, to nie. No, trzymaj się, Maciejowy.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside? My what? Let's talk about this. Please. I think there's been a crucial misunderstanding. Just give me a second to explain myself. If you still want to shoot me, at least it'll be for an accurate reason. If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying to keep Halcyon alive.
No, trzymaj się, Kamsuser.
Doctor, this information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. I know. I was there. Thomas was the first to take the gas. A simple test, he said. I told him not to, but he insisted. We learned a lot from his autopsy. Enough that we could try it on each other and know when to stop. No one else died. We must
Carlos Vidarte Rodriguez chyba najlepszy polski YouTuber, jeśli chodzi o World of Trauma. Dobrą robotę odwalasz. Pozdrawiam 4 zł i 65 groszy.
Rodriguez, dziękuję ślicznie za wsparcie. Dzięki za donate'a. Dzięki za miłe słowa. World of Trauma, może być i tak, ale czasami trzeba też odpocząć i od WOTA. Dziękuję jeszcze raz.
It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
Imagine losing something with that many guns on it.
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock? The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy. Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
Knowing what the board considers a success, that doesn't give me a lot of hope.
You really think the board got our best interests at heart? I mean, they say, but I'm just not sure. We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying. You could always shoot me. I assume that's why you're here. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony. The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander? What kind of scientist would I be if I held to a promise like that? I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive. That'll do, sucker. Now move along. The doc has a lot of work ahead of her. Tidying up and such.
Cześć, Weissman. Dobra, pani doktor nie zabiłem. Bo w sumie ta teoria o kosmitach jakoś do mnie nie przemawiała. Okej, a to są tak, rodzice Eli, okej. To jesteśmy.
Marilyn, is that you?
Laws, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this. And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble. There you go again, Captain. Always menacing polite society. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right? Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. Just a second. You had the floors redone with real Terran marble? Since when can you afford that?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead. I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance
O
policy.
Boże.
And the payouts have been rather
Czy jak się pojawiła, tak nie fajnie.
You what? Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Why did you do that?
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? The neighbors would talk, and not in a good way.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks. Not until I get some answers. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind. She hasn't changed a bit, I see. That's it? You just want us to disappear now? Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
Let's just get out of here, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time. Let's talk outside.
No to nieźli rodzice.
let's just put this unpleasantness behind us.
We gotta talk. Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage. I wanted them to get upset. I just thought it would play out differently. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug? Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red, and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain. Hey, the last thing I want to do is sit around thinking about all this. I want to take action. I want to... Wait a second. What if I could get that money? I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Bizancjum. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy.
No, spokojnie, już ja se z nimi porozmawiam.
If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
Dobrze, czyli kolejne... Gdzie to jest? Tam. No, idziemy pogadać.
You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill. I oughta. Kept me alive this long.
I mean, you treat it nice. Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my wrench.
Look, it's a tool that does a job. Feelings got nothing to do with it.
Wytwórnia Odeon, to tutaj, tutaj byliśmy na tym castingu.
I'm afraid I can't come down anymore, my good man. I'd have to request a counter waiver, and you know how dreadful the paper.
Dobra, mamy nowy poziom. Okej, w Roztoce, czyli wracamy na statek. Okej, to musimy to ogarnąć.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
I swear, next time we put into Groundbreaker, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask her over. Oh, I'm so nervous. Having trouble focusing on my work.
W sumie na pioniera też mogę polecieć. No to za chwilę.
Max,
Yes?
you really think we all have a purpose? That everything happens for a reason?
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's up? I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me of thoughtlessly abandoning them. I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was willing to risk everything just to prove to them that they were wrong. I was lost, misguided.
Something on your mind?
Good to see you, boss.
Czyli tutaj nic nowego. Dobra, to polecimy na tego pioniera jednak.
I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes? Sublight's money is inconsequential in the face of ethics. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? What part of... How can I... May luck be with you.
Albo na monarch najpierw. To było w Roztoce. Potem na pionier i wrócimy z powrotem tutaj.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain. We'll be here, Captain. Or will...
Idziemy w takim samym składzie. No bo ja mam tej grupy ubezpieczeniowej przecież w tym punkcie ubezpieczeń. Ale swoją drogą ciekawi mnie, czy mogę się przenieść tam jeszcze tutaj już jak jestem na tej planecie. Na te wyżyny z powrotem, czy też nie.
I see you're still in one piece. However, you never know when that could change. Consider our accidentally torn into tiny fragments coverage. Note that all of your fragments must be recovered and must be smaller than a standard bit cartridge for the payouts to kick in. I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one. You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork. Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd, theoretically, add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud. Please, my policy only covers paper cuts and wrist strain. Very well, I'll do it. But then you've got to go. Confrontations like this will raise my premiums. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it. Hey, you did the real work. All I had to do was not be dead. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs. Sure. You did my job, so here's your fee. Don't make it weird. Even you've got to be in it for the money now and then. Why else would you go through all this trouble? You sure? Because my kind of friends will pick your pocket clean while they're getting hammered with you. You don't have to get all mushy about it. Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours. So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for your interests. Don't mention it. Really. This feels weird enough as it is.
Okej. Czyli zadanie z nią również zostało wykonane.
Sam, I must confess, I have not been cleaned for... We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Zestaw ikonoklasta. Gdzie coś takiego mógłbym kupić?
Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games? You're not listening to a word, are you?
Jestem ciekawy, czy się mogę do tych ikonoklastów w sklepie. Tak, ale wiesz co, Werek, zastanawiam się, czy mogę się po prostu do tych ikonoklastów od tak przenieść, nie? Bo się z nimi strzelałem. Chcę to po prostu zobaczyć. Bursztynowe wyżyny, nie? Cześć, szklanka. Czy od razu mnie zaatakują? O, chyba tak.
What was it like in Edgewater? I hear you workers were on the clock every available moment.
Here they come!
anyway. We always got 8 hours a day for sleeping. Just not always consecutive.
My condolences. I appreciate consistent wages like any other sane person, but that still sounds awful. At least Sanjar gives his folks weekends.
Weekend?
Podoba mi się ta gierka. To już jak tu jestem, to rozpiździmy tą całą osadę. I teraz tak, hełm saperski. Już nie mam typowego zestawu tego ikonoklasty, czy jak to ma się nazywać. Ikonoklasta, maruder i kosmolub. Najgorzej, że nie wiem, czy to cokolwiek tutaj dam radę zrobić. Ale zobaczcie, że ich praktycznie już w większości nie ma, bo walczyli z nami i zdechli. Ale oni też nie zostawiają, mimo że ich ciuchów nie mogę z nich zdjąć. Nie zostawiają niczego sensownego. $1000 golda w 2 dni to nie jest jakiś chyba duży zarobek. Ekstra, pozabijam ich wszystkich tutaj. A i tak gówno z tego będę miał. Nie będę miał tych ciuchów. Cześć, Kasprini. W sumie nic mi to nie dało, że tu przyszedłem. zgarnę to do reszty, ale nie mam niestety... Nie mam niestety możliwości. Dzięki tam za followka. Żeby te ciuchy zgarnąć. Nie wiem, czy tego zadania nie oleję, bo jest takie dla mnie durne. Szukać ciuchów trzech, żeby się przebrać jakoś tak. Nie bardzo to do mnie przemawia. No, ale już jak tu jesteśmy, to jeszcze obskubiemy. Dlatego, że to nie wod. I późna noc. Hełmy z odpowietrznikami, a nie typowe strój, no coś tam, nie? Zobaczcie, nic takiego tu nie ma. Też to. Nie, partnerstwo z Wargamingiem? Nie, znaczy jestem community kontrybutorem, ale to nic więcej. Nie wiem, co rozumiesz przez partnerstwo z WG. Dobra, czyli moje przyjście tutaj nie miało większego sensu. Myślałem, że w obozie tych ludków spokojnie znajdę strój takiego ludka. Ale się okazuje, że nie, że to jest zbyt głupie. Wyposażenie działu prewencyjnego. Hefajstos, ale co z tego?
Tak, ja jestem Szachal, kocham Bolanda.
A pod tym, no to jest w ramach tego programu Community Contributor. Dostaję od nich pojazdy premium, te, które się filmiki robi, i skrzynki na święta. Czy to jest dużo za ten czas, jaki się poświęca i ile się reklamuje ich produkt? Uważam, że nie. Natomiast patrząc przez pryzmat wszystkich lat wcześniejszych, to i tak dobrze, że jest cokolwiek, bo kiedyś to z czymkolwiek był problem. I zobaczcie, karabinów pełno. Ale to wszystko nie jest to, czego szukałem. No nic, osram to. Zadanie. Na razie mi się nie podoba, chyba że jakoś się trafi gdzieś w jakimś sklepie stroje i tyle. Nie, Ali. Po prostu chcę sobie jeszcze pograć. Dobra, to jak to wygląda? Olać to na razie, nie kąsaj słońca. Dobra, do pioniera. Tak, to polecimy do pioniera, bo i to jest na tym pionierze, więc tak się zrobi. Dobra, no dobra, szklanka. Czy mnie to wciągnęło? Tak, w jakiś sposób jak najbardziej.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen. The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Kto u mnie chrapie? Natka dzisiaj chrapie, bo się śmiesznie ułożyła i chrapie. Bekę mam z niej, ale nie budzę jej.
All right. She's on her way. How do I look? Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right, all right. Deep breath. Here I go.
Zapytać o przebieg randki. Dobrze, już biegnę. Ale gdzie ona jest? U siebie w kajucie.
Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. He's probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Co za zadanie. Dobra, to zostawiamy ją i spadamy tam do tej Lily Hagen, czy jak ona się zwała. Weźmiemy sobie Niokę i sama. Nioka i sam pójdą z nami. Idziemy do Lili, raczej nie będzie zadowolona.
Rizzle's Purple Berry Crunch.
Ale może uda mi się skłamać.
Is it done? Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here? You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office. We're done.
I like her, Captain. Let's go before we have to paint this office with her blood.
I said get out. Time for you to move along. You keep lingering like this, I'm bound to get nervous.
Cześć, Robertus.
Time for you to move along. You keep lingering like this, I'm bound to get nervous. I said get out. Time for you to move.
Szkoda, że nie mogę się z nią pokłócić.
Lingering like this, I'm bound to get nervous.
Got any leads on salvage? Doesn't even have to be broke yet. We'll take anything.
I said get out.
Jeszcze zajrzę do tego sklepu Gladys, z którego i tak się nic nie zmieni. Idziemy na statek pogadać z prywatnie i potem znowu wracamy do Bizancjum.
CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete wreck.
It's almost time for any.
Czyli nic nowego.
Rizzo's mock.
Dobra, pogadamy teraz z naszą panią mechanik.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Cześć, poziomajec.
Oh, what do you got there? Is that a scrap of Ellie's jacket in your midst, Sam? Come to see Sam? Hello, sweetie. Okay, Captain, she's gone. I'm near about vibrating. I'm so excited. So she got here, and after
Przecież ja grałem w Fallouta 4, Jali. Masz całą playlistę z Fallouta, powinieneś mieć u mnie na kanale. Na YouTubie parę lat temu, jak wychodziła, jak była ta gra.
called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread. She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustback casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarchist?
Dokładnie, poziomowiec. I noc i gierka nie ta, nie?
Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain. I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted, strong, smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open. She was worried she wouldn't get the words out right, especially after that message about Isabel. It's sweet. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes! It's all on your account, you know? Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the Vicar's capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
Czy to już koniec jej zadania? Tak jest, koniec. To teraz pozostaje nam udać się faktycznie tam i zająć zadaniem głównym. Chociaż obstawiam, że jeszcze w Bizancjum się powinno jakiś wiele tych zadań pobocznych złapać, ale na razie jest ich wyjątkowo mało.
We are now in orbit above Bizancjum, Captain.
Sam Inioka.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium. Yeah, that's my codename for, you know, our mutual friend. Yeah, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
House of Inebriation? Count me the hell in.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking. Just remember, you didn't hear it from me. I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
All of them trying to eat you, I'd wager.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators. Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time. Doesn't that seem strange to you? And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course. I mean, there's a shredder at the bottom of the box, so I don't know what you'd expect to happen. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it, and since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got. At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you?
If things are broken here, of all places, then I'm starting to think there ain't a hope left in this colony.
Things have kept on running this long, right? Or so I used to think. The whole episode made me wonder, If they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
No dobra, to teraz musimy się udać, co my tu mamy. Porozmawiać ze strażnikami ministra i z ministrem Clarkiem. Dziękuję za followa. Jedziemy na plac dobrobytu. I do strażników. Ze strażnikami ministra spróbujemy najpierw pogadać.
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato like. Oh, by all means, ask away. I don't believe in work. Work is for auto mechanicals and lower classes. I don't mean to sound cruel. There's nothing wrong with working. It's just so unnecessary. Why bother? We all have our roles in society. I like to think of myself as an entrepreneur. This drinking establishment is my investment. Do you know Celeste Jolliker? I've heard she's working on some spectacular new design.
Hey, stand back. You. I'm part of
Chyba cię coś boli, strażniku. Mayfieldzie.
Gotta keep 5 feet back at all times. Of course not. But I'm not on the job right now. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all. He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone. Yep, I've nearly made it to the top, my friend. I'm just 2 promotions away from on-the-job bathroom breaks. Oh, he's, medium height with, like, medium-colored hair and, like, a kind of a medium face. Just like in his posters. Oh, you definitely recognize him if you saw him. He's very important. That's a great idea! I'll have a Spectrum vodka. Here's to me! Hey, you are really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another? It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you've got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a Manosaur. You got a Manosaur energy. Oh, Laws, I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
Only 2? You got a ways to go.
Have you always been here? I didn't see you a minute ago. I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop. You know, that's a very good point. Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like purple berry crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast?
Preparing bodily waste. Collection receptacle.
I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick. I just need to sit down.
Karabin szturmowy ultra. I nowy poziom. Nie wiem jeszcze ile będę streamował poziomowy, zobaczymy. Dobra, idziemy teraz do ministra.
I love Bizancjum. Where else are you going to find?
Tędy nie przejdę.
I'm sure other colonies have cities like this.
But those are so far away.
Muszę jakoś to obejść.
My dear fellow.
Biuro eksploracji. Tu chyba mnie jeszcze nie było. Nie było mnie.
Sorry, but we don't provide directions.
Co to jest za miejscóweczka?
Are you lost? Sorry, not a lot I can do.
Well, you're obviously not from around here. I don't believe I've ever seen visitors in the Bureau before, come to think of it. If you were from around here, you'd probably be off enjoying yourself in Prosperity Plaza, not poking around the Bureau. Alonso Vallejos. Extraordinarily pleased to make your acquaintance, and so on and so forth. I'm currently operating a sightseeing tour of sorts. Think of it as a guided journey across Halcyon. Would you be interested in a trial run? Glad you asked. Our tour guides you across some... We've placed some beacons across a series of locations around That slogan's a work in progress. So, what do you think? Are you interested? Outstanding! Here, you'll need this special triangulating device. Think of it as a wireless compass, pointing the way to the next beacon. When you find a beacon, this device records your discovery and directs you to the next stop on your tour. Find every beacon, finish your tour, and come back here to claim your commemorative hat. Simple!
No dobra, mamy jakieś zadanie. Tu jest winda do kogoś.
Make it look so easy.
No, w sumie nic ciekawego tu nie ma. Nie kradnę tego. To jeszcze mamy windę. Zobaczymy, gdzie to nas zaprowadzi. Też nic nadzwyczajnego. Okej, ale jesteśmy w biurze Lockwooda. Dokumenty. Możemy oskubać przejezdkę. No to i tak nikogo nie ma. Witaj, Rachel Lockwood. Wróciłam od Billingsley'ego, wypiłam nie jedną, nie dwie, a 3 szklaneczki likieru. Gówno, nic nikogo tutaj nie ma. Okej. No dobra. To spadamy na dół. Na czym polega to zadanie od tego? Okay, pierwszy gdzieś w Bizancjum. To idziemy.
You know, the more of those Spectrum bottles I drink, the less I'm able to differentiate their colors.
Już musiałem na chwilę odejść.
I tell you what. We'll change the font in our contracts as
Welcome, intrepid adventurer, to Prosperity Plaza, where the shops never close. Now, make your way to the bustling region of Emerald Vale. Prepare to be dazzled by the Vale's breathtaking lava flows. Rated...
Some crew members are caught.
You were adjusting before you told.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Jakaś durna misja będzie.
I think I'll initiate.
Serio? Jeszcze tutaj jakieś popierdółki.
Sanitization incoming!
Everyone all right?
We hope you've enjoyed your trek across the breathtaking landscape of Emerald Vale, Terra 2's most fertile settlement and future breadbasket of Halcyon.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the Destination reached. Scylla. I think I'll initiate.
Mam wrażenie, że w tym Bizancjum to te misje, te zadania poboczne to już tak na siłę są robione. No na przykład to, żeby latać po raz kolejny po tych samych lokacjach, w których byliśmy, tylko po to, żeby znajdować jakiś punkt na ziemi, to jest to jest durne zadanie. O, i zobaczcie, to na samej granicy dalej. A nie, to jest nawet za granicą. O kurwa. O fuck. Powinienem szybciej chyba to zrobić. Chyba, że to z innego lądowiska muszę uderzyć w to miejsce, ale chyba nie. Znaczy od razu jak się, zobaczcie, wyjdzie za tą kopułę, to momentalnie się traci hapsy. Udało się.
But don't take our word for it. Ask one of the hundreds of proud Hephaestus miners going about their work right now. You're in for
Teraz czeka nas monarch.
Crew report. Bioka is drunk. Surprise. We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. I'll lock up behind you.
Sam, I've got a question. Do you use alcohol as a cleaning agent? I've heard some folks do that.
Okej, z laboratorium powinno być najbliżej. Nie będę grał całej nocy, bez przesady.
And that's how it's done, Captain.
Sanitation and maintenance job fulfilled. Time to take out the trash.
I am a storm!
Welcome to Terra 1, the most Earth-like world in Halcyon. Take a moment to admire the triumph of civilization over nature.
Okej, i to jest wszystko. Więc wracamy do statku i na Bizancjum. To jednak nie aż tak długo, natomiast uważam, że ta misja jest całkowicie zbędna, niczego nie wnosi do tej gry.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the... We are now in orbit above Bizancjum, Captain.
No i tylko tyle. Tak naprawdę. Poziomowiec tak.
Oh, it's you.
To jest facet, który wygląda jak kobieta, więc to też jest.
I really do have the worst luck. When I gave you this job, I never expected you'd be so damned competent. Yes, go on and gloat. You've already ruined all my plans with your talent for staying alive. The tour's not real, friend. Board shut it down years ago due to unacceptably high rates of fatalities. So I greased a few palms and got the tour up and running again. I outfitted every beacon with a recording device. Live footage of dim-witted mercenaries dying in gruesome ways across Halcyon. Oh, imagine the ratings. Why the hell shouldn't it be legal? I filed the appropriate paperwork, I paid my dues. Look, never mind. Just take your reward and get out of my hair. One certified explorer's hat, courtesy of the Bureau of Exploration, with my compliments.
Tak, dla kapelusza tyle ważenia, żebyś wiedział.
Stop.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your
Don't you think we ought to go inside?
I suppose. There's an outside possibility.
Say, as a purely hypothetical thought exercise, if I were to boil leather in Manti blood to give it a nice purple hue, is there a way to get the stench out afterward?
Recommended dry cleaning service for fabric type, incineration.
You must be joking. Our fair city is overrun.
Unit's air purity sensors are indicating a lethal level of inebriation emanating from a nearby organic source.
Please, you think this is bad? You gotta get your sensors recalibrated. You ain't seen me drunk.
Litter collected. Reminder, please dispose of all empty bottles in the appropriate waste receptacle, as outlined by Ordinance P51 of the Board-Certified Sub-Board of Health.
I'll dispose of you in an appropriate waste receptacle if you don't stop nagging.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics. That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS. Minister Clark's a private man, and you're asking too many questions. There's nothing to see here.
Czyli co muszę zrobić? Odbierz paczkę z ministra z UKE. Czy jakbym przelazł w tej postaci, to i tak bym tam się mam kartę. Przesyłkę ministra. Skąd? A, tu miałem wejść faktycznie. Proszę, kolejne zadanie. Mam nadzieję.
Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something? Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I? I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then. They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals. Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please, do take care, and do mind the exterminator mechanic. Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here. Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases, and the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But there are rumors. Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins, a room full of murderous automechanicals, monsters hungry for human flesh, A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever. Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course. To deal with the sewer sprats, of course. They're quite the nuisance. Therefore, my, research. Oh, very well. It's true. I do run studies on them at the lab, but I also have a special connection with them. See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons, before the plotlines got tacky. You must have seen the classic episodes. Positively marvelous. Those early years truly were the golden age of Halcyon. Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, their stories can live on in rodent form. So you see, it's imperative that I get them all back. Not just names, they all have backstories too. There's Lord Reginald Kim III, Lady Philippa Farnsworth, Vonda von Vermington.
Serio? Mam to tym wszystkim gadać? Jestem tak tylko ciekawy. Zobaczcie, nawet takie opowieści o szczurach. Ile tu jest gadania i słuchania. Masakra.
Something else? I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospects. No one does favors for free. But I must say, I'm far too distressed to think critically about your suspiciously kind offer.
Szok.
Burning the midnight oil, are we? The Halcyon Parcel Service's work is never done. Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. Deliveries guaranteed within standard margins of accuracy. We do, in fact, have a parcel here for a Mr. Clark, Minister. You're not an official member of the Halcyon Parcel Service team. That means you'll have to sign a release form. Oh, I'd have to submit a request for a release form, and then wait for a receipt for my request of a release form. Then you'd have to make an appointment. Couldn't say. We've got a backlog, and I'm planning on retiring in the next 35 years.
Dobra.
But I could give my successor a memo on your behalf. You're welcome to lodge a complaint in our suggestion box. Actually, no. We're still waiting on our delivery of a new suggestion box. You do that? Wow. Hey, you know, a positive review from the minister would go a long way in my semi-monthly employment audit. Here's your parcel to be delivered to Mr. Clark, Minister. Law speed.
I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment. Have a prosperous day.
Yeah, you got some nimble fingers, Captain.
Ciekawy magazyn. A ty po co tu ze mną lecisz sam? Niechcący to wziąłem oczywiście to wąchanie. Jest tych szczurów trochę.
Dirt alert! Dirt alert! Sanitization incoming! Good news, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Fajnie mi tępiciele szczurów, jak do wszystkiego, co jest duże, strzelają. Ten sam to robi robotę. Nie jesteś burzą, tylko we wrak strzelałaś.
One order of frickin' fan coming up. Sam, putting trash in its rightful place for more than 70 years. Object is soon to be specialist.
Co to jest za bydło? Przestraszył mnie.
You make it look so easy.
wracamy do tego typa, co nam dał zadanie.
Got your paperwork squared away?
Trochę się przestraszyłem, gdzie wyszedłem, ale to już widać, że tamtędy można tymi kanałami wejść na ten teren. Jeszcze będzie trzeba pamiętać o drodze przez te kanały.
Any luck finding my sprats? Truly? Why, this is marvelous! And all safe and sound. Oh, Reginald, Philippa, Vonda, Haroon, Iskander, Evelyn! I'm never letting you out of my sight again! Please, take this. It's not much, but it's the best I can offer for the safe return of my darlings. Now, I've got to get back to the lab before my supervisor logs my absence.
I'll sue every technician and employee who's ever touched this damned device. Don't they know who I am? This is all so very beneath.
Detecting unclean, sulfuric-steeped presence within the immediate vicinity. Again.
Live on Monarch a few years.
Spróbujemy teraz z paczką do ministra wejść.
Everything you eat.
Replacement of faulty parts. Recommended.
Zapomniałem ze strażnikiem pogadać.
Oh, there. That's one right there.
There's nothing to see here. Move along. Yeah? Let's see it. Looks like your papers are in order. All right. Go on through.
A minister jest na górze gdzieś. Bizancjum to nie. No, nawet mogłem coś być.
How did you get in here? You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here? If this is about another aether wave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Drugs, of course. What else would it be? I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods. stars, they're getting denser by the day. I shall... Oh dear, Of course! It's Rockwell again, who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name, but this proves it. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it. After seeing this place, is it really a stretch? I've been confined to this house for years, and even I can tell you, things aren't right in Halcyon. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down
Ale
from
w
the
biurze
top.
Rockwella już
Set on
byłem
fixing
przecież.
Halcyon. That's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And fix it we must.
If it's dirty, it's a job for Sam.
It's filthy indeed, my mechanical friend. Rife with the worst sort of corruption. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. Via the Acropolis district, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help. In the name of the Architect, what hope is there if this is our best chance? It's all I can do. Please, won't you at least try? Good. Halcyon is in dire need of someone like you.
No dobra, to sprawa wygląda tak, że... Muszę się przedostać tutaj na Akropol, ale to już widzieliśmy, że ta się da zrobić tunelami. Minister Clark nic nie wie o DSM. Wyjaśnił, że przewodniczący Rockwell należy do niego areszt. Clark nie ma odpowiedzi, że Rockwell stoi za zakupem tej substancji chemicznej. Prowadzę pod Akropol. No, czyli tak czy siak musimy się udać do tego Akropolu. Ale moi drodzy, tym zajmiemy się już na kolejnym streamie. Na dzisiaj się już z wami żegnam. Dziękuję wam za wspólnie spędzony czas. Dobranoc wszystkim i do następnego. Pa, pa.